Hey guys, welcome to Film Feature 43. Today, I'm going to talk about the new Venom trailer that Sony just released today. Really wasn't planning on putting a video out, but since they released that, I figured I'd kind of give my 2 cents on what I think it looks like and whether I think it's going to be a good film. Tomorrow, I'm going to put out a video about Caravan of Courage, an Ewok adventure, so if that's something that you'd be interested in, or movie reviews in general, or even trailer kind of reviews like I'm doing right now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's get into the video. Is the loneliest number that you ever do. So initially what this trailer is kind of showing us before the conflict comes is Eddie Brock's daily life, being in the passenger seat of this Venom relationship that he's in. You got Venom cooking breakfast, and they're going to the grocery store, and people around him, I don't know if it's everybody or just specific people that he tells.
Eddie? What was that?
Oh, I have a parasite. Yeah. Name is Chen.
But they know that he's part of this Venom relationship.
Good evening, Eddie.
Hey, Mrs. Chen.
Good evening, Venom.
Mrs. Chen.
He says hi.
We're then reintroduced to Cletus Kasady, played by Woody Harrelson, who we saw at the end of the original Venom movie in prison. He's a serial killer in the comics, and clearly he's one in this film.
Hey, Brock. It's been a long time. Miss you so much.
We see Kasady being killed through lethal injection, except something clearly goes wrong, and endows him with the Carnage symbiote. I think Woody Harrelson is a good actor to play this type of character. Over the last couple of years, we really see him as sort of a drunk or a stoner, like in Zombieland or in The Hunger Games. But whenever he's added to a franchise to play these kind of bigger parts, or like the villain of the piece, he has brought his form to these roles. I'm thinking specifically of Planet of the Apes, where he played the villain in that film and kind of adds a little bit of nuance to it. I'm hoping that happens here as him playing Carnage. I know Carnage doesn't really have that much nuance in the comics, at least that I'm aware of. He seems pretty cut and dry that he's a bad person, and the Carnage symbiote brings that out of Cletus Kasady even more so, where Venom is kind of wrangled in by Eddie Brock and Flash Thompson, people who have worn, or people who have had that relationship with the symbiote in the past, can kind of wrangle Venom in. Carnage being connected to Kasady just amplifies his crazy tendencies to levels that really become dangerous.
Chaos.
He's very hard to beat in the comics. He's mainly a SpiderMan villain, and Venom, whenever Venom's acting as an anti-hero, and most of the time Spider-Man and Venom team up. I don't know if we'll get that with the way that Marvel and Sony kind of have these backdoor deals with the rights of Spider-Man. I don't even know if Venom really takes place in the MCU. I see rumors, and I see casting rumors and set photos of Tom Holland there while they're filming this new Venom movie, but I don't know. Until we get confirmation from the studios, I don't know if that's true. We got the return of Michelle Williams' character,
Leave behind.
who plays Brock's ex-girlfriend. In the comics, she is She-Venom. She actually takes on the symbiote and becomes a Venom in her own right. I don't know if we'll see that in this film, but that's something that's also a possibility. At the end of the trailer, we see Venom talking to the shop owner, I believe her name was Mrs. Chen, about there not being any chocolate in the store.
Chocolate! Chocolate! Chocolate!
in the 1990s. That was kind of an out. The 90s were trying to move away from the heavy storylines of the 80s and the 70s, stuff like Gwen Stacy dying, more brutal Punisher stories. We're trying to move away from that in the 90s, and we swung back into it hard in the 2000s, and now you can see pretty much anything in a comic book. But they were trying to pull away from that. Deadpool became more jokey and soft, and Venom, actually, to stop him from having to eat humans, they actually made that to where he eats chocolate, and that has an amino acid in it that stops him from wanting to eat human flesh. So you can tell that that's kind of where they're going.
The chocolate delivery hasn't arrived yet.
No!
We had a deal.
What's gonna happen? You gonna stop protecting me?
I am happy to eat, Mrs. Chen.
No, you cannot eat, Mrs. Chen. What? Nothing?
To be honest, I don't really remember the original Venom all that well. I remember it kind of being sort of a mess, so I'm hoping we get kind of better storytelling from Andy Serkis, which is who I believe is the person who directed this film, and he really seems to have hands-on approach with the films that he's in and has directed in the past. So hopefully he can kind of wrangle this offshoot of the Sony Spider-Man universe into being kind of more cohesive. As long as we don't get 4 different symbiotes fighting each other, all similar colors, and you can't tell who's who, and that kind of stuff that happened in the first movie, and the weird dialogue like this.
Find you and eat both your arms and then both of your legs, and then we will eat your face right off your head. Do you understand?
Please.
Yes. So you will be this armless, legless, faceless thing, won't you? Rolling down the street like a turd in the wind.
As long as we don't get that stuff, I think this movie will be a success, and I'm actually excited to see it. From this trailer, I think it looks really well done. Cinematography does look really well done. Tom Hardy's always good. He's an actor. Him and Harrelson both are actors that whenever I see they're in a film, I'm excited to go see. So I'm excited for this film. We'll see what happens whenever it's released, I believe in September. But until then, let's just hope that it's not
Like a turd in the wind.
Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.